Alright, we're going to play some PC Replay Baseball 1986. We're going to play this California-Seattle game. We're going to jump in here. Candelaria and Langston, a couple of good pitchers. And let's see what happens in this one. Early season here. We're on April 9th. And Langston's on the mound. 1.49 WHIP and a 4.85 ERA. He was 12 and 14. And Bobby Grich is going to lead it off. Hit 268 with 9 homers. 0 for 4, looks like, in the replay. And he's just going to hit a ground ball to short here to get it started. Spike Owen will take care of that one. 1 out. And that will bring up Wally Joyner. Joyner, who hit 290 with 22 homers. He's 2 for 4 in the replay. And that's going to be a walk because of the W there. I think that would have normally been a hit at 12, but because of the W, it's a walk. Langston had some control issues, it looks like, in 1986. Runner on first, 1 out for Doug DeCinces. He's 0 for 3 in the replay, but he hit 26 home runs in 86, and he's going to strike out here. 2 to 6 in columns 1 and 2 are strikeouts. We have a 2 out and a runner on first for Brian Downing. 267 with 20 homers in 86, 1 for 4 in the replay. And we're going to get a new number in column 3 as he rolls a shaded 5. And 32 and higher is going to be a base hit. And a 43 is a base hit. Single left. And it's column 3, so we're going to get the third base coach. See what happens with Joyner, and he gets the extra base. He goes to third. So first and third, 2 out. That'll bring up George Hendrick, who hit 272 with 14 homers. Looks like he's getting his first AB here in 1986, and that's just a strikeout. 40 in column 6, and the Angels are going to strand a couple of runners. Go to the bottom of the first. And John Candelaria, good left-hand pitcher in the 70s and 80s. 103 WHIP in 86 with a 2.55 ERA. He was 10 and 2. Big year for Candyman for the Angels. Danny Tartable's going to lead it off for Seattle. Hit 25 homers and batted 270. 0 for 4 in the replay. And it's a deep fly ball here to left field for the first out. Bring up Bradley. Bradley hit 310 with a 405 on base percentage in 86. He's 0 for 4 here so far, and that's going to be a strikeout with the bases empty. 2 out. Nobody on for Ivan Calderon. 2 homers, 250 average. 0 for 3 in the replay, and that's a walk. And we're going to get some base action here as well. Possible steal. See what happens here. We get a pass ball instead. So runner on second, 2 out for Stormin Gorman Thomas. And that's a 30 in column 2 and a ground ball back to Candelaria. So we go to the second inning. Langston back out there facing Miller. And that's a walk. 7 in column 5. And I'll bring up Ricky Burleson. Good bunter. We are working towards the bottom of the order. He hit 280 with 5 homers. He's 0 for 4 in the replay. It's early, but maybe we'll play a little small ball and have Rick Burleson sack. And it's successful. Runner on second, 1 out. Get a runner in scoring position for Bob Boone. 220 with a 7 homers. And this is going to be a new number in column 6, added to a 3. High number is going to be a home run. And there it goes. A home run for Bob Boone. So we were playing a little small ball with a sac bunt, and instead Bob Boone plays big ball, and it's a home run. And it's 2-0 California. Gary Pettis now will be up, and he's going to strike out. 3 in columns 1. So that is the second out. Gritch up again here, and this is for his second AB. He's still looking for his first hit of the year, and he's not going to get it there. He just misses it with a 32. 34 would have been a double. So Boone's homer makes it 2-0. Candelaria with a lead now, and he's going to face Presley, who hit 27 and 86, but he's going to strike out here. And that's 1 out for Dave Henderson. Dave Henderson 1 for 3 on the season. And we're going to get a new number now, a new raised number in column 2. Pettis is a 4, so 3 or less will be an out. So that's going to be a 1, 2, or 3, which goes up to 42. 11 to 42 will be out. And a 53, higher than a 42, is a double. Double for Henderson. The new shaded number was a 4. It has to be under the fielder's number to be out, and that was not. That was equal to it. So runner on second, 1 out for Barry Bonnell, who hit 196 and 86. Does not have an AB here yet. Runner on second, 1 down, and a 36 in column 1 is just a ground ball to DeCinces at third. The runner does get to third, but there's now 2 out for Steve Yeager. Look at Steve Yeager catching for Seattle here. 2 homers and a 208 average. He's 0 for 3 on the replay, and he's going to strike out there. So, top of the third, 2-0 Angels on the Boone homer, and Wally Joyner will lead it off. 22 homers in 86, but he's going to strike out here. And that's the first out. Bring up Doug DeCinces. Still looking for his first hit of the year, and that's going to be a walk again. The pitcher W, coming back to get him. Runner on first, 1 out. Brian Downing will bat. 2 for 5 on the season. And that's a strikeout. 2 out. George Hendrick. And that's a walk. That's a 9. So you see Langston's wildness here on display. That'll bring up Miller. Again, the Angels threatening. They need a big hit, though, to get a run in. And that's not going to do it. That's a ground ball to Presley. Going to go to the bottom of the third, 2-0. Spike Owens going to lead it off. 0 for 2 on the season so far. But there's a base hit. Line drive single to center field in front of Pettis. We're on first, nobody out, and we go back to the top, and Danny Tartable, and he's got pop. He's the tying run at the plate. Here's a new shaded number again. Again, Pettis is that 4 in center field. So that number has to change to a 3 or less, which is 42 and under. And there's the 22, and there's a fly to center for the first out of the inning. Looks like the runner's going to hold. Runner's at first, of course, so he's going to hold. Runner on first, 1 out for second. I thought he was on second base. Here's Bradley. And we get another shaded number, this time in column 3. We're going to add it to a 1, so most numbers are going to be outs. All the way up to 55 is an out. And there's a 31 and a fly to right. That's going to be 2 out with Owen holding at first. And that'll bring up Calderon. Runner on first, 2 out. Seattle down by 2. And he's going to strike out to end the third. The Candyman in control through 3 innings. We go to the top of the 4th inning, and Rick Burleson will lead it off. And there's a strikeout. For me, Rick Burleson is just think of him as a Red Sox. And here's Bob Boone. I think of Bob Boone as a Philly, to be honest with you. Here is a walk. Runner on first, 1 out. Boone hit the homer last time. Pettis up, 1 out, runner on first. Boone. I was going to hit and run, but Boone's not fast, so we'll just let him hit. And we're going to get a new number in column 3 added to the 2 of Mark Langston. So it has to be at least a 5 for hit, so that's 44 and up. And that's just not enough. 14, that's just a fly to right. Boone holding it first with 2 out. Back to the top of the order. Bobby Grich. And there's a 6 with first base occupied. That's just 2 balls. So he avoids the walk there so far. If it happens again, it will be a walk. But instead, it's a 35 in column 6 and a fly to left. Go bottom 4. 2-0 California is Gorman Thomas. And he struck him out. 1 out. Here's Presley. And that's just a ground ball to second, and Bobby Grich, 2 out. For Henderson, 2 for 4 on the season. And a strikeout. Candy gets 2 strikeouts in that inning. Wally Joyner will lead it off now. 2-0 top 5. Angels in control right now. Grounded to third, 1 away. 8 in column 4. Dougie DeCinces. And that's a 6, just missing a hit. Short fly to center. A 7 would have been a hit, but he got a 6, 2 out. Brian Downing. And he grounds to the first baseman. Seattle trying to get something going. Line so far, Angels 2 runs, 2 hits. Seattle no runs, 2 hits. Barry Bonnell. That's a 20 in column 4, and it's going to be a bang-bang play at first base. Going to be up to the umpire. He's out on a bang-bang play. Just got him by a half a step. 1 out. Here's Yeager. And he struck him out. Bring up Spike Owen, who has a hit in this game. But not here. He struck him out. Candelaria racking up the Ks. So Hendrick will lead it off against Langston. Langston is a S7, so he's okay right now. And, oh, that's a base hit. That's going to be in the corner, and Hendrick is going to have himself a double. Leadoff man on second. Nobody out for Darryl Miller, who will swing. And that's a 21 in column 4, and that's going to be a possible infield single. Safe is 2-5, and there's the safe infield hit. First and third. Nobody out. And we have the first baseman playing in. First and third, nobody out for Burleson. He'll swing. And we're going to get another shaded number, this time for Bradley in left. He's a 3, so he needs it to be a 1 or a 2. And that's only going to be numbers 11 to 31. But he gets a 12, and that's a fly to left. And the runners hold. So first and third, 1 out now for Boone. Boone homered. He's responsible for the 2 runs on the board. And here's going to be a rare play check. 5 is a rare play. So let's see what this is going to be. A grounder to short. He flips the ball to second for the out, but the relay to first is in the dirt. Bonnell is not a 1 defensively. It's an error. And Hendricks scores from third, and Boone winds up at second. So an error there on the transfer and the throw there. So they get the out at second, but not at first. There's a bad throw. Allows the third run to score. So runner on second, 2 out for Gary Pettis. So a bad pivot there by Seattle. The K on Langston's card turns that fly ball into a strikeout. But the Angels make it 3-0 going bottom 6. And Tartable will lead it off against Candelaria. And that's a base hit. Line drive single. Possible error on Hendrick. See what his error rating is. Ooh, 15. And it is an error on Hendrick. So a single and an error. And that puts Tartable on second with nobody out. And Candyman, who has struck out 8 here, but a tough start to this inning. He's got a 3-run lead. Bradley is up. Runner on second, nobody out. And he struck him out. That's number 9 for Candelaria. Candelaria is an S6, so he's in his inning, but he hasn't given up a run, so he's okay right now. Calderon is up. Runner on second, 1 out now. And that's a strikeout, a 37 in column 6. 10 strikeouts for the Candyman. He's in double digits. Tartable still on second. Gorman Thomas. And that's a ground ball to second. And Candelaria gets out of it. 2-0. Top of the 7th. Bobby Grich. And this is a bang-bang play at first base. And he's safe. He beat it out. Got there just ahead of the throw. Or at least that's what the umpire said. Runner on first. Nobody out. Wally Joyner will bat. And that's a lefty-lefty line out for the first out. If there was a runner on second, it would have been a possibility of a double play, but not at first. Runner on first. 1 out for DeCince. And 36 in column 1 is a double play ground ball to third base, started by Presley. 5-4-3. 7th inning stretch time. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. 3-0 California. Presley will lead off against Candelaria. And a ground ball to second. Candyman in control. Bring up Dave Henderson. And there's a lefty-righty single. A base hit. That's a lefty-righty split single built into the replay engine. Runner on first. 1 out. And Barry Bonnell will bat. Now we got another rare play check. And it is going to be another rare play. Double to right field. Drives a double into the gap. Henderson is waved around third. Defense has 2 options. Throw home in an attempt to retire the runner, or cut off the throw for a guaranteed play at third, allowing the run to score. Well, we're going to take the out. So we take the out, but they get the run. Bonnell is out at third, but the run scores. And it's 3-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. 2 out now, though. Nobody on. Candelaria now, because he gave up a run and he's past his S inning, is on his B grades. I'm going to see if he can get Yeager on his B grades. And it's a lefty-righty single. Runner on first, 2 out. Spike Owen, bottom of the order. Give him a chance to get out of this. Spike Owen, switch hitter. Candyman on his B grades. And that is a base hit, so that's going to be it for Candelaria. Line drive to left. There's a chance for extra bases if it's over a 2, and it is a 5. And now we're going to test the outfielder's arm to see if the run scores, and it doesn't. Had to be over a 3. So second and third, 2 out. All of a sudden, Angels were in control this whole game. Tartable the righty. We're in the 7th. Moore was their save guy. I'm going to go on Baseball Reference for a second. I just want to check out there. But let's see who pitched in the actual game. Slayton came in. Interesting. Slayton came in this game. But it was a 9-5 blowout. I want to go to Baseball Reference and let's take a look at what the Angels bullpen looked like in 1986. See if I can get an idea of who was their setup men. Got a right hand. We know a right-hander. Yeah, Moore saved 21 games. Doug Corbett saved 10. They had a pretty good bullpen. They had at least five guys with ERAs under 4. Their lefties were Finley and Forster and Lucas. So maybe I'll go to Doug Corbett. He would make sense. We want to save Donnie Moore. We'll go to Corbett. So second and third, 2 out. It's 3-1 Angels, but Seattle all of a sudden has come alive, and they're 1 hit away from being right back in this game. Let's see what Danny Tartable can do against Doug Corbett. 112 whip and a 3.66 ERA. As I said, he saved 10 games for them. And that is going to be an error check on Burleson. Big error check right here. He is a 56, though, so that's good. Anything 56 or less is okay, and he's not going to make an error. So that was a big play by Burleson. They only get the 1 run. Also a big play throwing out the runner on the bases. So now we get a switch to Pete Ladd here for Seattle. 3.82 ERA and a 1.23 whip. As Seattle's still in this game, 3-1. Downing will lead it off. And that is a strikeout on a 39. 1 out. Good ball game. George Hendrick. And he rolls a ground ball to third base on a 5 in column 5. Presley takes care of that. A little bit of momentum on Seattle's side right now. Here's Miller. And Miller is going to line out to left. So quick inning. So Seattle's right back at it. Corbett will stay on. Donnie Moore looking to maybe come in the 9th to save it. Here's Bradley. And he strikes out. 1 out. So Candelaria pitched well. Lost it quickly there, though, in the 7th. And just got out of it. Here's Calderon against Corbett. And that's a infield hit for Corbett. He's on first with 1 out, and we're checking now for a wild pitch or a pass ball. He's a wild pitch 3. But instead, it's going to be a possible pickoff. It looks like it has to be 4 or less for a pickoff. And he picked him off. Doug Corbett with a big pickoff there. Terrible play by Seattle, down by 2 runs. And with 2 out, it'll be Thomas. And there's a 33 and a ground ball right back to Corbett. He does a nice job with the pickoff. And we go to the 9th inning. 3-1 Angels in what has been a good game. Ladd is still out there facing Burleson. And there's a 33 and a pop-up to second, 1 out. Bottom of the order, but they'll bat. Boone hit the homer in this game, and he walks here. So a runner on first, 2 out for 1 out. Runner on first for Pettis. Pettis will just swing here. Oh, that's a ground ball. That's a 9 and a fielder's choice. So that'll put Pettis on with 2 out. Up to Bobby Grich. And we're going to get a new number in column 2. Ivan Calderon is only a 2, though. So there's a good chance this is going to be a hit. He needs it to be a 1, which is 11 to 16 only. Odds against. And a 56 is a base hit for Grich. Pettis, quick, goes to third. First and third, 2 out. Angels desperately would like to get an insurance run here, and it's going to have to be against Best, who comes in. 4 ERA, 157 whip. Interesting switch to Best against Joyner. First and third, 2 out. And that's going to be a base hit. Big hit by Wally Joyner. What an insurance run that is. It's first and second now, 2 out. 4-1 Angels for DeCinces. And now we're getting a new number in column 3. It will be added to a 1, so likely an out, but 56 and higher is a hit. Nope, 34 will be a fly to left. But that's a big hit by Wally Joyner to make it 4-1 instead of 3-1. Still going to Moore, still a save situation. Donnie Moore was their save guy. Corbett did a good job. Candelaria was great. And here in the bottom of the 9th, 4-1, Angels trying to wrap this up. Moore, 113 whip, 297 ERA, and 21 saves will face Jim Presley. And chuck him out. 1 out. Angels 2 outs away. Dave Henderson due up, but he's going to be pinch hit for. They're going with Ken Phelps, the lefty, 24 homers, 247 average, and 86. So power at the plate, but that's just a pop-up. Grich takes care of that. There's 2 outs now. And here Bonnell is due up. Let's see if he hits. He doesn't. They call him back. So Alvin Davis will be the last hope for Seattle, down 4-1, bottom 9. He hit 18 homers, so they got some nice left-handed pop on the bench. 271 average. Candelaria started, so he kept these lefty power hitters on the bench. But now with 2 outs and nobody on, Donnie Moore trying to save it. Here's Davis, and he struck him out to end the game. Donnie Moore does the job. So Candelaria, Corbett, and Moore were too much for Seattle in this one, and the Angels are able to win this game 4-1. Boone with the home run. All right. Thanks for watching.